Hello.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
I'm good. We're good.
Well, this is Payal. I have Derek and Lee here for the webinar. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So I understand you guys are interested in merchandising program slash holiday stores. Just quickly wanted to see if you guys have done any of these stores in past, or what was intriguing about the PDF that we sent over for this particular webinar.
We've done the spiritware, and I think we're pretty good with it. I'm just seeing if there's anything more for me to learn, which I believe there is.
Okay, that's
hmm
great.
hmm
Yes, we do. We do have some quite interesting products that we are going to just now show you, and probably have to assume you guys had a chance to look at the PDF and see like what we are offering real quick. So, without any further ado, we'll start talking about the stores and introduction to the stores, and let you answer any questions if you have any.
So the first question would be, what is this program? Why are we hosting a webinar for it?
Mhm.
And what are, the concepts behind it? Well, first and foremost, we of course want to encourage all of you to start thinking about holiday stores. Even if you do business or the majority of your business in other seasons, fall, summer, spring, etc., there's still a huge opportunity to remarket your customers and potentially introduce new products that they maybe did not have access to before. Now, specifically, our program works in tandem with some exclusive products that we've identified that we will help you fulfill. And in doing so, we will share some of the revenue that comes in from those products.
Mhm.
But most importantly, we will lead and do mostly all of the work for you with this program. Now, some of those products we'll get into in more depth. Lee's actually going to deep dive for us, but they do include custom designs, and we will help you create those designs. And then you can simply approve them, and we can offer them in any of your TUO stores. Now, if anyone is interested, we will actually even build the stores for you. Our one stipulation is that if we are going to provide free store building, that you simply include one of our many available merchandising products. So we would waive the normal $25 store building fee if you were interested in even just a single one of our merchandising products. We would then take over the store building for that specific store and help you build out your apparel or scarves or whatever else it is that you'd like to offer for this holiday season at no additional cost. Since we have access to all of your dashboards, we would also assist in the marketing associated with these stores if you requested, whether that's helping you pull your customer reports and generating email marketing lists. We also can, of course, use our e-marketing platform to send out mass mailings in association with these stores that we help you build. So the take home from this is that we stand behind you 100% in any of the stores that you build, with or without our products, of course. I mean, we're always here to support you. But our goal here is to introduce you to some brand new products that are typically very difficult to source on a one-off basis, but we've figured out the logistics, so you don't have to worry about that. And then also get you thinking about holiday stores in general and start to realize the potential of the past stores that you've done in terms of converting them over to holiday stores. So without further ado, I'm going to give it to Lee, and he's going to take you through some of our product offerings.
All right, thank you, Derek. So this is the first page for the products that we will be offering for the merchandise program. And we will continue to expand on these products as time goes on. We'll be offering more and more. So this will not be the final list, but this is what we are starting out with. And of course, TUO will handle the customization for any product images. All we would need from you are the artwork files in either JPEG, PNG, or PDF format. And of course, the right to use the artwork. We'll do all the work, just like Derek mentioned, as far as putting together the artwork, giving you a few mocks that you can choose, and then we'll actually apply it to the devices for the store and also for the actual production process. So we'll actually transition over to the demo merchandise store that we have set up here and give you an actual look at some of these examples that we have. And so for the first few examples, we have the case products. So just to give you an idea of what those might look like. And these are custom cases, so it would generally be based off of the team logo or whatever client that you're working with. You could essentially resell them, via a case-related store or really any of these merchandise products.
Normally, these types of products would typically be subject to minimum quantities, but we've worked in partnership with a great supplier that allows us to offer these out in your stores as a one-off basis. So if you were to put, let's say, this Galaxy S6 case in your store and only one were to sell, that's no problem. We will still fulfill it. There will be no additional cost beyond the price that's listed, and you will still get your revenue share. But with none of the headache, none of the inventory concerns that you might have if you tried to do this on your own.
Okay, so for the next list of products, we do have picture frames, water bottles, just to give you an idea of the diversity of products that you can actually offer in your stores that you otherwise might not have offered in the past.
Lee, what's the turnaround for production time on these?
So the turnaround for production time, it's going to be based off of when you essentially approve the artwork. We would send you 2 different mocks of the artwork and how it would actually look on the types of products that you chose. And from that point, the turnaround would be, in terms of getting the products added to a store, it would only be 2 to 3 business days.
I'm sorry, to be clear, I meant like once the sale closes and we know the quantities that we're ordering, how long till they get in hand?
So it would be about 2 weeks. So normally your store, once your store is closed, you do have a normal 2 to 3 weeks of process, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what we would do is then we would take the merchandising program, and that would be parallel to your ongoing process. So if it's 2 to 3 weeks, then it will be 2 to 3 weeks where the merchandise will be drop shipped to the customer, so you don't have to worry about anything.
Yep, and we are very much aware of the fact that holiday is time sensitive. And so when you decide that you want to offer any of these products, we will be extremely transparent with you as to what that product specific fulfillment schedule is. And if we have to decide, let's say, to pull reports sooner than store close date to place our orders, we would be totally willing to do so and up to par in doing so throughout the run of that store. But typical turnaround for any of these would be about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and of course, as we're looking at these, you will see the retail price that will be on the store, as well as the actual revenue share that you will, partake in.
Yep. So this last listing of products is some of our more unique offerings. Now, these are not customized. In fact, these are more new products that are being introduced to the market. One of those is Zoid Fitness. This is a great training piece, and that can be used for any sport. In fact, there's a great video that you guys, once we share the store out to you, you can view. So definitely check that out. Totally optional for you to offer, but does have a pretty high margin when it comes to the revenue share. Mm-hmm. And then we've got the force field headband products, which comes in 2 different varieties. And these are more concussion protection type items, which, of course, if you watch the sports news and media, that's becoming more and more prevalent these days, especially with the leading NFL concerns in the industry.
Derek, I'm sorry, just to be clear, you have the ability to personalize the force field headbands?
We do not.
Put a team logo of some sort on them?
These are the 3 items that are not personalized.
Well, TO will collect the money for each of the online stores that gets put into, that are selling merchandise program. But, I can work off of, one-off basis if I need to. But basically, we will control it since we have ordered it through the manufacturer or with the supplier in order to source the merchandise. So, just wanted to put that out there. We are not rigid. We can definitely work.
Correct. So for those of you that have your own authorized.net account, we are certainly aware that there's some logistics involved in that, and we'll do that on a one-on-one basis for those that are interested and that also use their unauthorized.net account.
Because we realize that you would be probably selling other items in your store that, you may want to control more over the funds and everything related to it, the fulfillment process. So we definitely understand that.
Yeah, and of course we will be creating multiple designs for you to choose from based on the team logos that you provide, and all we need from you is the written approval for any of the designs that we're going to be using.
When one of your organizations is interested in these types of products, it's just a simple formality, but we will need to get a simple form of written consent from them saying that you have the right to use their logo, because our partner that is going to produce these custom products just wants to cover their liability in terms of using logos and potentially licensed logos and things like that. Now, when it comes to delivery and fulfillment, we will actually be drop shipping these products direct to your customer. So you will not have to worry about packaging them or dealing with any of the fulfillment process whatsoever. And then, as I mentioned earlier, if you are interested in this program and you want to add at least one of these products to any of your stores, if you would require any assistance in building that store, whether it's creating item images, creating products, or setting up, landing pages for it, whatever it may be, we are here to support you if you're going to participate in the program in any aspect.
And that includes the marketing of any of these stores, as well as us setting up the stores inside of your clients' Facebook fan pages.
The whole idea behind this program was to get you guys thinking about the ability of remarketing your customers for holiday stores. We do, of course, have the ability to bring in some interesting new products that we hope that you're happy about and interested in. But all in all, let's get the mindset changed over and let's start building some great holiday stores.
We are open for any suggestions that you may have in past if you had success with selling some sort of items unique other than apparel. I will be more than happy to research and find a supplier and maybe hopefully get away with you getting away with the headache of fulfilling it, one-off managing. TU definitely can assist you with that. So
does anyone have any questions in regards to any of the details that we mentioned?
Lee, you said a JPEG of the artwork is fine. Do you need a high resolution or vector format? Anything specific there?
Yeah, really, as long as the JPEG is at least 1,000 by 1,000, we do want high quality, both for the store as well as for the actual production process, so it can look as good and clean as possible in the final product.
And then if we were putting other garments or whatever on that website, you could use the same JPEG and put them on the garments for us, or
correct.
That's not part of the building? Okay.
That is
great,
correct.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys have any organizations in mind that may be interested, or you think this is something,
Yeah, anything this might be a good fit for?
Yeah, I think our soccer clubs would like the phone cases and the water bottles. So I think it's certainly interesting.
Now, as Lee had mentioned earlier, this is just the start. It's always difficult to launch a program like this, but we think if we could get even a couple of you guys to find some success with it, because the number one problem we're trying to solve is to bring products to you guys that are difficult to obtain outside of minimum quantities.
Derek, one other question. You had set some prices there as far as suggested retail prices. If the club is looking to make a profit fundraiser kind of thing with that, you can adjust those prices on the site without a problem?
It depends. We don't have a whole lot of margin here, Heather.
No, I meant go up. So if
Yes.
we want them listed as 25 for the case instead of 20, and the club's going to make $5 off it, we can still do that.
Yeah,
So-
that's
Okay.
not at all problem. As long as they're not below the price what we are suggesting, because
I don't know. I just meant like they didn't have you locked in. They always wanted that particular case advertised at $19.99.
No, not
no.
at all. We could go up. You could create these as fundraiser products without an issue, of course.
Absolutely. And that would be an ideal situation to be start off a store like that. So
Well, what we'll do is we will send a follow-up email to all of you that attended today with a copy of this presentation, as well as, of course, you'll have our contact. And if anyone is interested in moving forward with this right away, we're pretty much ready. We just have to start the design process on some of the custom products. And I would think as long as you start to have your holiday stores online by the first to second week of November, you're probably ahead of the game. Well, thank you everyone for attending. Really
Thanks, guys.
appreciate the participation.